You guys remember when LaVar Ball said he'd beat Michael Jordan in a 1v1, right? That clip just resurfaced on my Twitter the other day, and that gave me the idea of this video. Today, we are putting all of the Ball brothers and LaVar Ball into the 1984 draft class. Now, LaVar Ball isn't an actual NBA player. He doesn't have an actual face cam, so I just use Otis Birdsong. They kind of look similar. You'll get over it. Now, I'm not going to put LaVar Ball into the league as a 90-year-old man. So in this universe, he's 24. He's only 4 years older than most of his kids. Either way, like I said, I am putting LiAngelo, LaMelo, Lonzo, and LaVar into the draft class with Michael Jordan, with Hakeem, with Charles Barkley, and I'm just gonna simulate and see who would have the better career, one of the Ball brothers, LaVar Ball, or, well, Michael Jordan, the GOAT. Hello, Larry, I hope you enjoy your MVP honors, because they're gonna start getting taken away, because this might be the last season you ever get it, because LaVar Ball is coming for that title, not only that title, but also that trophy. He wants to be the MVP. Either way, 29 and 9 and 8. Good for you, Larry Bird. Ralph Sampson, Rookie of the Year. Kevin McHale, Sixth Man of the Year. Tree Rollins, Defensive Player of the Year. And Leslie Thompson is your most improved. I don't actually know if that's how you pronounce it, but I'm calling him Leslie. Here's the playoffs. You see the first seed, and now you're about to see who wins the playoffs. Oh, look at that. Denver got eliminated. So sad. And Trailblazers. The Portland Trailblazers are your NBA champions. Michael Thompson? You're telling me Clay's dad won a Finals MVP? I know we're about to add LaVar Ball to the league, but this might be worse than that. Shout out to Michael, I guess. 15, 10, and 8. Good for you. He wins it for the Trailblazers. What an odd Finals MVP. The Kings will be getting the first pick, but somehow Portland has the second pick due to Indiana, so the team who just won the title might go back-to-back with a rookie. Now, in real life, they drafted Sam Bowie. If you don't know, it's infamous. Number 1 was Hakeem, number 2 was Bowie, and 3 was Jordan. Hopefully, they don't mess up like that once again this time. They have a lot of good options. I mean, the first 8 picks, no matter who you pick, it's going to be a decent player. So hopefully we don't watch them screw up. Number 1 overall pick, the Sacramento Kings, Michael Jordan. Oh, look at that. Hakeem goes to the Trailblazers. The Houston Rockets, they can't get Hakeem, but they get Charles Barkley. Okay, Bullet, show us something cool. All right, Lonzo Ball going to Washington. LaMelo Ball going to the Dallas Mavericks. Ralph Sampson for the 6th overall pick? Oh, Chicago, you're crazy. Who is Houston gonna draft? Oh my god, they replaced him with Sam Bowie. The Houston Rockets just traded away Rookie of the Year Ralph Sampson for Sam Bowie. LiAngelo Ball finally gets drafted. He goes to the 76ers. They just went to the finals, and now they add some shooting. That's pretty good. Another trade. Tree Rollins for the 9th overall pick. The Hawks, they are gonna be taking LaVar Ball over Tree Rollins. I don't know why I got so excited for LaVar Ball, but that's it. That's all the cool players. With LiAngelo Ball on the 76ers, that basically means he's gonna be a 6th man until we see Julius retire. Lonzo Ball is the second best player on the Washington Bullets, him and Jeff Rowland. Is it Rowland? Rowland? I don't know how to pronounce this man's name. He's another one of those players that kind of just looks like either a farmer or a janitor in a 90s movie. LaVar is most likely going to be starting at the 2 spot. They also drafted Jacob, so this Hawks team is going to be deadly in a couple of years. If you don't know, Jacob is a subscriber of the channel, and if you're a subscriber of the channel, you can be put into the draft classes and be in these videos. So join the Discord if you haven't already, and I can get you in future draft classes and future videos. And LaMelo Ball is probably the starting point guard for the Dallas Mavericks. They might give it to Brad Davis, but we all know LaMelo Ball should be the starter instead. Fine, Larry, you get 1 more year, but I promise you, LaVar Ball, he is going to be taking that award from you, or one of the other Ball brothers, but maybe LaVar. Hakeem is your Rookie of the Year. James Worthy is your most improved player. In his rookie year, Lonzo Ball is on the All-NBA second team, averaging 12.7 rebounds, 9 assists, 2 steals, and a block. Lonzo Ball playing out of his mind, absolutely hooping in the Magic versus Bird era. Michael Jordan makes the All-NBA third team, as always. 27 points as a rookie is gross. Round 1 of playoffs, Dallas is here, Atlanta is here, Philly's here. All of them are all here, but in the first round, we got Philly versus Washington. You might not remember, but this is Lonzo Ball versus LiAngelo Ball. LiAngelo, he comes off the bench for Dr. J. The Wizards have a much worse team, so I'm assuming they're gonna lose, but then again, hey, maybe Dr. J ain't built for it no more. Maybe he's too old. Julius Erving is definitely not too old, as he beat the Washington Bullets in 4. The Hawks move on in 4 in their series as well. They beat Milwaukee, and the only team left over here is Dallas, who is tied in a 2-2 series. Now, if you don't know, back then, this was basically the equivalent to a Game 7. So here we are, Game 7, Dallas Mavericks taking on the Clippers. Now, hopefully the Dallas Mavericks win. You got LaMelo Ball. He's pretty good. I don't know who the Clippers have back in the 80s. Do they have anyone? No, not at all. But this game is pretty close. Are we going to be able to jump in? No, because they went ahead, they took a lead, they went on a run, and the Mavericks move on to the second round. LaMelo Ball had a pretty big game, 23 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists in that game 5/7, whatever you want to call it. Technically, it's a game 5, but in reality, it's like a game 7. Round 2, we got Hawks and Boston, Detroit and Philly, and Dallas and Phoenix. Honestly, I'm going to hit simulate round. Oh, wait, no. I'm going to go ahead, simulate round, see what happens. Are we going to get 2 teams in the Eastern Conference Finals, or are we going to be disappointed? Okay, we're definitely disappointed. Boston swept Atlanta. We have a couple of possibilities now. We either get Lakers versus Celtics in the finals, or we get LaMelo versus LiAngelo in the finals, or we get a weird mix of Celtics versus Dallas or Lakers versus Philly. Who knows? Game 1 goes to Magic and Bird both, and then the next game goes to the Ball brothers. How about game 3? Also to the Ball brothers. Game 4, Lakers tie it up with Dallas, but Philly takes a 3-1 lead. We're going to simulate through. Boston wins another. That is not good to see, but it's fine because Philly is going to go on to the finals. Dallas and Los Angeles, they have a little 5 game going on, and the Mavericks are going to win in 6. Here we go. Brother versus brother. LaMelo Ball versus LiAngelo Ball. LiAngelo is coming off the bench, so LaMelo Ball much more important to his team. But if we're going to be honest, the Sixers team is stacked. They got Dr. J, they got Moses Malone, and then they have LiAngelo, who's a flamethrower off the bench. It's a 3-2 series. I'm assuming that, oh my, never mind. You know what? This is why they say never assume, because it makes an ass out of you and me. I learned that from Anna's mother. Anyways, yeah, they pushed to a game 7, but it's not even a close game 7, okay? It's a 7-point game, but it's now a 13-point game. You see how quickly it goes? Philadelphia, go ahead, raise your title high. Dr. J, congratulations. Moses Malone, Finals MVP. LiAngelo Ball is a champion in his rookie year. He averaged 14 on the season, 13 in playoffs. Was he the main reason they won a title? No. Is he definitely a helping reason? Yes, because he had 12 points and 6 assists in Game 7. You know, I was excited for LaMelo Ball. The Dallas Mavericks, they had a really good first run in their first season. Now they have a loaded team, and one of the members of that team is Karl Malone. So honestly, Dallas, I hope you guys don't do good. Sorry, LaMelo, it just happens. LaMelo's caught in the crossfire. You know, it's friendly fire. What is that called? You know when you're like in the middle of something, but you don't mean to be in the middle of something, so you're just there on accident? Yeah, that's LaMelo Ball. He's just there on accident. I'm sure he doesn't know what Karl Malone did. Sometimes I don't think the actual NBA knows what Karl Malone did, because they still, you know, they talk about him a lot like he's a god. Magic Johnson, he's much better than the guy we were just talking about. MVP, 24 points and 11 assists. Rookie of the year goes to Patrick Ewing, who actually gets drafted to the New York Knicks in this universe. He averaged 10 rebounds and 3 blocks. He might win Defensive Player of the Year. 6th Man of the Year is World B. Free. And look at that, I'm a mind reader. I'm a predictor. I can see the future, because Patrick Ewing, he also won Defensive Player of the Year, and Jay Humphries is your most improved player. On top of all of that, apparently, don't know who this man is, but Josh Ball is your Coach of the Year. So in a universe where we added the entire Ball family to the Jordan draft class, apparently they got a long-lost cousin who's coaching one of them as well. Lonzo Ball makes the All-NBA second team, averaging 16 points, 7 rebounds, 10 assists, 2 steals, and a block. Every Ball brothers in the playoffs, but we all know the playoffs don't get cool or spicy until the second round, which unfortunately Washington is not taking a part of. That's fine. It's okay, Washington. Maybe next year. But we do have LaVar Ball versus his son. LiAngelo Ball is no longer coming off the bench. This man is about to be their starting shooting guard. I don't make the rules. Actually, I do. All right, LiAngelo, you're a starter now, bro. You're playing starter minutes, and you're playing against your dad in the second round. Philadelphia steals game 1 from Atlanta. That's because LiAngelo Ball's in the starting lineup. Oh, look at that. They win 3 straight. Oh my, LaVar Ball, you just got dominated by your own son. Out of context, that sentence sounds really weird. If you close your eyes and listen to that sentence I just said, you'd probably be really worried about what I'm making a video on. Either way, Dallas versus Portland, Philly versus Detroit. Detroit at this point really only has Isaiah Thomas and Kelly Tripucka. I don't know why I said Tripucka so weird right there, but you know what? It's fine. We go with it. Go with the flow. Go with the motions. LaMelo Ball is going up against Hakeem Olajuwon and Calvin Nat. So here we go. Hakeem, please win. Oh, there's an update. 2K. I'm in the middle. You know what? No, we're finishing this season. We're finishing the season before our update. Oh, great. Finals once again. Mavericks versus Sixers. Game 1 goes to the Mavericks. Game 2 goes to the Sixers. Game 3 goes to the Mavericks. Game 4 also unfortunately goes to the Mavericks. Game 5 also unfortunately goes to the Dallas Mavericks. LaMelo Ball is your Finals MVP, averaging 25 points and 10 assists with a steal. LaMelo Ball is the second Ball brother to win an NBA title. Now, it does suck that Karl Malone is on his team, but it's fine. He got a championship ring, and we're focusing on the Ball brothers, not a creepy old man. ML Carr if the Celtics retires. And speaking of the Celtics, I feel really stupid because the other day I recorded a Celtics rebuild. You may or may not have already watched it. And apparently 2K glitched out and made Vin Baker 20 instead of 31, which is how old he's supposed to be in the 2002 season. And within the first 30 seconds of the video, I said he's young and promising, while in reality, he's actually a 31-year-old man that 2K forgot to change his age for. I'm just gonna remove Karl. I have the power. I can do that. Okay, everything is better. I replaced Karl Malone with a Rasheed Wallace, who isn't actually in the game, so I figured, hey, he won't be in any of the draft classes. Everything is right in the world. Karl Malone is gone. Rasheed Wallace is here. I'll see you guys at the end of season 2. Oh, I got the magic in me. That's a song, guys. I'm not referencing that I'm making love with Magic Johnson, you freaks. He's MVP once again, 24 points, 11 assists. Kenny Walker is your rookie of the year, and I hope you guys know what song I'm talking about. You know, the one with B.O.B. Byron Scott, he's 6th man of the year. Hakeem, he's defensive player of the year, and most improved goes to Jay Humphries for the 2nd time in a row. Never seen a player win most improved back-to-back years. This man is just built different. He's too good. Oh, hey, Josh Ball. Oh, hey, Lonzo. Welcome back to the second team. 19 points, 7 rebounds, 9 assists. That's cool. Almost a triple-double. And look at that. LaMelo wants to join the party. 22 points, 5 rebounds, and 7 assists. That gets him enough street cred to make the All-NBA third team. I wouldn't consider it street cred. He was just good enough to make the All-NBA third team. Dallas is your first seed, and every other Ball brother is in playoffs. Round 1, the Hawks are gone. Goodbye. Every year so far, it's either been the Hawks or the Washington Bullets in the second round. The Dallas Mavericks, the first seed, they've been eliminated in 5. Maybe 2K really likes Karl Malone, and because I changed Karl Malone, they're mad at me. Over on the East, Philadelphia is up by 1 game, and Milwaukee's up by 1 game on the Wizards. Psych, they're not up on the Wizards because these are the Washington Bullets, and I've called them the Wizards like 30 times now. You wouldn't know that because I cut it out, but this time I'm leaving it in to remind you that I've said the Wizards like 3,000 times, although it's the Bullets. It's okay, though. We don't care about the Milwaukee Bucks because the Sixers, they move on to the conference finals, and they're moving on to the NBA finals. LiAngelo Ball versus Hakeem and Clyde Drexler. Oh, and Michael Thompson. Don't forget Clay's dad, who won the first ever Finals MVP in this video. Still really strange to me that he won Finals MVP out of all the players on this team, but Philadelphia, they're too good. They win in 5. I can't believe this is an image on my screen right now, but LiAngelo Ball is your Finals MVP, averaging 17 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, and a steal. He's only an 82 overall and just stole the award away from Moses Malone and Julius Erving? So either LaVar Ball got released or he got traded because he's not on the Hawks. Yeah, that shows you how much I've been paying attention while recording this video. I didn't even know homie was gone. LaVar Ball went to the Bullets to team up with Lonzo? You know what? That's kind of perfect. Magic Johnson wins another MVP. Rookie of the Year goes to David Robinson. Glenn Rivers is your 6th man of the... Is this Doc? Did Doc Rivers change his name some point in real life, or is it not Doc Rivers? I don't know. I'm 99% sure that's Doc Rivers' face scan, but this guy's name is Glenn. Who is Glenn Rivers? Defensive Player of the Year, Hakeem Olajuwon, 24 points, 12 rebounds, 2 assists. Before you call me a casual, my parents were born in 1984. I am not old enough to know every single player from this era. Ron Harper, he's your most improved player. I know him. You know why I know him? Because he looks like an egg. Lonzo Ball makes the All-NBA first team, putting up some crazy numbers. 29 points, 7 rebounds, and 10 assists. If a man named Magic Johnson didn't exist, then Lonzo Ball's winning MVP. That's all I gotta say. None of the other brothers made any All-NBA teams. Philadelphia and LiAngelo Ball, they're still the best team in basketball. LiAngelo, LaVar, and Lonzo all move on to the second round. All we need is Mr. LaMelo to clutch up. It's a 2-2 series. It's a 6-point game. I just need you to come up close. Oh my god, 109. It's tied. Let's go. Keep it a close game. Let's jump into this. Oh my god, Dallas, I love you. We don't even need it. Oh wait, yes we do. 20 seconds left, 126, 128. Brace yourself because the era filter is going to be on. My god, I pray for your guys' eyes right here. Mark Aguirre, he's at the line. If he makes both of these, I'm just going to simcast out of it. Never mind, it was only 1 shot and he greened it. It's a 3-point game and we're also in the 80s, so we're not going to see no Steph Curry 3-pointer. Can the Los Angeles Lakers pull it off? They're down by 3. 3-pointers weren't a very common thing back then. I don't see Magic Johnson on the floor as well. He's the MVP. Is the MVP going to be bounced in the first round? I can't tell who that is. I think it's Robert Reed. Robert Reed, tough layup, and it drops. A 1-point game for the Lakers and the Dallas Mavericks. They inbound it to LaMelo. He's going to go to the line. LaMelo Ball's a pretty good free throw shooter. Not amazing, but good enough to make the first one. All you need to do is make the second one, and you take down the Los Angeles Lakers and Showtime. At this point, they're not really Showtime. Showtime. I think that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is about 38 or 39, and Magic Johnson's not playing for some reason. The reason is that he has fouled out. Magic Johnson has 6 fouls. I don't even know who these two dudes are, but they fouled out. James Worthy fouled out. That's crazy, man. They don't even have Kareem anymore. Where did Kareem go? I don't think Kareem retired. Who knows? We got 10 seconds left. This timeout's going to take about 3 minutes because 2K is glitched. Nobody on this team can shoot. They're going to give it to Robert Reed to run this final play. 6 seconds. They pass it out. Who is that? Michael Cooper. Michael Cooper for 3, in and out, and they miss it. Michael Cooper misses the shot that would have saved them this game. Dallas Mavericks win in 5. LaMelo Ball 25 and 8 in a huge game. Magic Johnson, he had 31 and 10 but fouled out. The Mavericks beat the MVP and move on to the second round to take on the Portland Trailblazers. During round 2, the Bullets win in 6, but unfortunately Dallas goes down in 6 and we have a game 7. Isaiah Thomas, Bill Laimbeer, Leslie is here, man. They got a pretty solid team out in Detroit, but is it enough to take down LiAngelo Ball and the 76ers? The reigning champions. Last year LiAngelo won Finals MVP. There's a minute left. It's a 10-point game. They went on a crazy run. Gerald Wilkins, which if you guys did not know, I'm pretty sure this is Dominique Wilkins' brother. He leads the way with 24 points in the game. LiAngelo Ball only 6 and 4. LiAngelo versus Lonzo. LaVar Ball, he's coming off the bench for Washington. Will Lonzo Ball make his first finals appearance, or will he be defeated by his older brother? It's a tied series at 2-2. Hopefully the Wizards move on. It is time for a game 6. The series is 3-2 for the Philadelphia 76ers. LaVar Ball is kind of like the goated dad, Hall of Fame of dads, but not Hall of Fame of basketball players. Never mind, LaVar Ball is still here. He has right knee tendonitis. He's out for the whole season, but Philly, they are in, and they are in the finals. Taking on the Trailblazers with Hakeem. I believe Clyde is still there, and they look to take the championship, but Philly fighting... Okay, the fighting back did not happen. They couldn't be like, what? Is it the hockey team that's called the Fighting Phillies? Something like that? Either way, they could not fight hard enough. Hakeem is your finals MVP. Man, I know they weren't paying you that much back then. There's no way you have enough room to store all these MVP trophies now, Magic. Might as well start selling them on eBay. I'll take one for free. Danny Manning Rookie of the Year, Winston Garland. No offense, Winston. I have no clue who you are or why you're averaging 20 points off the bench as a 76 overall man. He's also 6'2", so I don't... 2K, you're going crazy. Hakeem, Defensive Player of the Year. Rob Williams is your most improved player. Is this the first one? I know current day Rob Williams is Robert Williams III, but is this Robert Williams the first? Dun dun dun. NBA mysteries with little codeine. Lonzo Ball made the All-NBA first team. He broke his foot though, so that sucks. Just like real life, he starts to get really good and then has an injury. How sad. 30 points, 7 rebounds, 9 assists, 2 steals. He had a pretty good season, so I went ahead and just hit simulate round because why not? I'm impatient. Somehow the first seed and the 4th seed ended up losing in the very first round. Both of them losing 4. I don't know how that happens, but at least Dallas moves on. Dallas Mavericks, LaMelo Ball, Marky Mark, Hot Rod Williams, but they're also taking on Isaiah Thomas, Terry Porter, Clark Kellogg, Kevin Willis, and Jeff, man. They got a pretty good team over in LA. Can't say that for, you know, real life, but hey, and when I say real life, I mean back then. They didn't have a good team back then. Now they have a great team. Kawhi, John Wall, Paul George. 2-2 series here. Clippers are up 3-2. Don't let the Clippers go. Okay, the Clippers went ahead and won this. Not a single Ball brother is left in the playoffs. Hit simulate. Clippers are your NBA champions. Zeke is finals MVP. Speaking of players around that era, I have not seen Jordan do anything. Well, holidays at the Ball house are going to be a little bit weird because LaVar Ball left his son to go get the milk in Minnesota. He's done it. He's finally here. Lonzo Ball, he's arrived. MVP, 24 points, 9 assists, 2 steals, all the things you want to see. Lonzo Ball, welcome to the MVP club. Love to have you here. Glad you're here. It's awesome to see you. All-NBA first team has Lonzo Ball, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Scottie Pippen, and Jacob Linsanity. Man, he hoops in these simulations, I'm not gonna lie. Speaking of love to see it, I say it a lot. I've been debating on making merch about it. I don't know why. I already have merch on the channel, which if you haven't actually looked at the description, go look at the merch. Go buy a little codeine glass. LiAngelo Ball did not carry his team to the playoffs, and neither did LaVar Ball. So the only 2 players we have in this race of the whole playoffs and championship thing is Lonzo and LaMelo, who both move on to the second round. Dallas doesn't move on to the conference finals, but MVP Lonzo does. He's taking on Tristan D'Angelo, Mitch Richmond, Sean Kemp, and Rick Smits. Listen, no offense to Tristan, no offense to Mr. Mitch Richmond, no offense to Sean Kemp, but I think we're a much better team, so we're gonna go ahead. We're not gonna blow this 2-1 lead. We're not gonna... Okay, look at that. I simulated round for confidence. By confidence, I meant to simulate by game, and I accidentally hit round and got lucky. Playing the Suns, I didn't even look at the Phoenix Suns team. They win the first game. We're going against Brad, Derek Harper, Terry Cummings. Nah, if we lose this series, I'm gonna be actually really sad. Listen, Lonzo, I need you to win a title. Everyone else but your dad has won a title, and you are gonna be the next ball... Okay, no, he's not. I'm a big fat liar. Brad Daughtry, he is your finals MVP. Lonzo Ball, why you gotta let me down? Hey, Admiral, Mr. Biceps, you're cool and all. You're not a Ball brother, so I don't care that you won MVP. Not a single Ball brother made an all-NBA team, and the dude who just won MVP had 29 points, 6 rebounds, 8 assists, but he strained his left Achilles. Just like real life, he keeps getting injured. I don't know what to do about it. I'm sorry, Lonzo. It's how the world works. I don't know why you keep getting injured, but LiAngelo Ball out of nowhere. LiAngelo's taking on Jacob Linsanity and Glenn Rice. You know what? Honestly, LiAngelo, I believe in you. I think you can upset them. Oh, he's upsetting them all right. He's going up on them. Pause. He's gonna win this series 3-2. Go to the finals. Yes, sir. 6-game series. LiAngelo Ball returns to the finals for the first time in a long time, and he's playing that Phoenix Suns team. Listen, Brad, you may be good. You may have beat Lonzo, but LiAngelo Ball is the superior Ball brother. Second finals MVP. He averaged 32 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists, a steal, and 2... Yeah, no. LiAngelo Ball, you're the greatest Ball brother. Bow down to him, everybody. He's the GOAT. One-time finals MVP Michael Thompson retires. David Robinson's your MVP once again. 2 blocks, 25 points. He's pretty good. Hakeem is a Laker? Oh, God. Magic Johnson. Yep, he's still a Laker. He's still a 98 overall. Hakeem and Magic on the same team? Wait, you guys are on the same team, but you're only a 6th seed? Never mind, that duo is trash. Speaking of trash, the Timberwolves are trash. They did not make the playoffs for like the 10th year in a row. Either way, in the very first round, we got the man who has 2 finals MVPs versus the man who is yet to win a finals, Lonzo versus LiAngelo. Oh, and in the Western Conference, Dallas is the 1 seed. I'm gonna just ignore them. They're good enough that it's not that fun of a storyline to follow. But Philly versus Washington, now that's the good stuff. It's a 2-2 seed. I forgot. No, I thought it changed by now. I'm an idiot. No, little Codeine is stupid. I'm mentally impaired. I'm an idiot. Why? Listen, I thought by now it would have been a 7-game series in the first round, but I'm just wrong, and I'm an idiot, and somehow Philly moves on. LiAngelo has the powers of basketball god. I don't know what's happening. I don't know if he says Shazam and turns into Michael Jordan. He moves on in 6. What is happening? Over here in the West, we got the Spurs versus the Mavericks, the 2 most old-time teams I can think of. I don't know why. Probably because they're from Texas. They just radiate old man Cowboys. Spurs versus Mavericks, and the Mavericks actually end up losing LaMelo Ball. Why? He tried his best, 18 and 13. I guess that's pretty decent numbers. By the way, the 6-seeded Lakers I was clowning on earlier, yeah, they're in the conference finals. New Jersey is the number 1 seed. They got David Robinson, Jay Humphries, the 2-time most improved player, and they also have old man Alex English. Listen, LiAngelo Ball, if you somehow beat them and you go on a miracle run and win the finals, I'll be impressed. You might be the best... Oh my God, he's the best Ball brother ever. Because he is in the finals once again. This time, though, it's probably his biggest challenge as he's taking on Magic Johnson and Hakeem. Now, I joked earlier saying they were an OP duo and somehow they were only the 6th seed, but now they're in the finals taking on LiAngelo Ball. 3-1 lead. Come on, win the title. Oh, it's a game 7 of the NBA Finals. Magic and Hakeem taking on LiAngelo Ball. Let's go ahead. Simcast this bad baby. I wish it was close because it would have been cool to jump in, but it is nowhere near close. LiAngelo Ball plays 43 minutes in Game 7, puts up a 23-point triple-double, and wins his 3rd NBA title. Wait a minute, never mind, I don't know how to count. This is his 4th championship. He's a 4-time All-Star, and I believe this would be his 3rd Finals MVP and his 4th championship if he wins Finals MVP, which he does. 26 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, and a block. He just won by upsetting the 2nd seed, the 6th seed, the 1st seed, and then beat a duo of Magic and Hakeem. Now on this channel, we've seen some pretty crazy playoff runs, but I think that might be one of the best playoff runs I have ever seen in 2K history. And with that final NBA championship, Moses Malone calls it a career, and retires at the age of 37. Well, instead of waiting till he got morbidly obese to join the Orlando Magic, he did it a couple years early, and Shawn Kemp is your MVP. 23 points, 13 rebounds, 3 blocks. Shawn Kemp, great season for him. He may have stole the MVP from a Ball brother, who knows? But you know what? This is their version of Shaquille O'Neal in this timeline. Speaking of Shaquille O'Neal, look at you, Rookie of the Year. Lonzo Ball makes the All-NBA first team once again, and the Magic also have Jacob. The Magic are kind of a filthy duo, both Jacob and Shawn Kemp. LiAngelo Ball, the man with one of the greatest playoff runs of all time, makes the All-NBA second team, averaging the most points in his career with 26 a game. Philadelphia is a 6th seed. Washington is the 2nd seed. The Timberwolves are still trash, and the Dallas Mavericks are your 1st seed. I'm going to go ahead simulate a round. Philly gets eliminated. They actually get swept by Shaquille O'Neal, but Washington moves on, and so does Dallas. Washington swept Shaq. Dallas beat Phoenix in 7. LaMelo Ball looking to win a NBA championship. He moves on. So do the Bullets. The Bullets beat Jacob in 7. Dude, this team is loaded. I didn't really look at it, but the Magic have Jacob, Mitch Richmond, and Shawn Kemp. They lose in 7 though, so they are some bums, and we got Lonzo versus LaMelo. LaMelo has 1 NBA championship, but Lonzo has none. Lonzo, come through in the clutch here, make everybody at home proud, win an NBA championship, and finally at the age of 30, Lonzo Ball is your finals MVP, averaging 21 and 12 with 3 steals. He beats his brother in the finals, and Lonzo Ball finally joins the conversation for best Ball brother. LaVar Ball hasn't made playoffs since he left the Bullets, so he's pretty trash, but it's okay. LiAngelo putting up crazy playoff runs and winning titles. Lonzo just won his first title. LaMelo has a title. It's all good in the Ball household. Back, tell a friend. Lonzo Ball, he is back, MVP once again. Listen, I'm white, but not white enough to do a full NBA version of an Eminem song, okay? It's a little crazy, too on the nose. Lionel Simmons, Hakeem, all the dudes you see every single year, all we care about is this man right here. The unthinkable has happened, though, as LaVar Ball has made the playoffs, and for the first time in like 10 seasons, every single Ball family member is in the playoffs, and if they all win in the first round, then all of them will be competing, and it happened. Little Codeine is a prophet, aka they were the better teams. On the West, you have Penny Hardaway, LaVar Ball, Rod Campbell taking on LaMelo Ball, Mark Aguirre, Horace Grant. Over on the East, we got LiAngelo Ball taking on Lonzo Ball. Who's gonna win? Who's the greatest Ball brother? Who's the best Ball family member? Minnesota's already won 1 game over there. LaVar wins game 3, and Washington also wins game 3. Imagine we get LaVar and Lonzo in the finals. As I say that, the 76ers, they do get eliminated, so Lonzo, he could be going back to the finals. He is an MVP this season, so I'd kind of hope so. Minnesota, Dallas, we might get a 7-game series. Nope, never mind. The Dallas Mavericks are gone. LaVar Ball makes the playoffs for the first time in like a century, and now he might be going to the finals. You love to see it. Oh my god, he's up 3-0. Now only 3-1. Goodbye, Phoenix. We got LaVar Ball in the finals, but Indiana is up 3-2. No, why? Shaq, why do you gotta ruin all the fun, man? I love Shaq. Don't get me wrong, but I didn't want Shaq to win this. LaVar Ball, you have 1 tall glass of water that you have to take down, or 1 big opponent. I'm just gonna stop right there and stop trying to think of ways to say, hey, you're kind of screwed for this NBA Finals. Indiana is up 2-0. I think it's Raps. They're probably gonna sweep. Never mind. Timberwolves are coming back. They're battling back. Never mind. Shaq. Oh, Shaq isn't even Finals MVP. It's actually Muhammad. Go ahead. Take your Finals MVP. This man is basically Curry back then. LaVar Ball, once again, is not an NBA champion. He finally makes the playoffs, then gets to the finals, and then he has to run into Shaquille O'Neal. Everybody start doing your happy dance, because we got Lonzo Ball, back-to-back MVPs. 29 points, 6 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 steals. You love to see it. Jason Kidd, Rookie of the Year. Get out of here. Don't steal Lonzo's thunder. LiAngelo Ball is on the All-NBA second team. He's pretty good. Honestly, he's probably the second best player. He's outshining LaMelo. 22 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists. I don't know how he's playing better than LaMelo. Don't worry, LaMelo Ball isn't playing awful. He made an All-NBA third team, averaging 21, 5, and 8. Somehow, LaVar Ball went from the NBA Finals to not even being in playoffs, and LiAngelo Ball is also not in the NBA playoffs. Washington has to go up against the Finals champions in the second round, and Dallas has Utah Jazz to deal with. But it's okay. I believe in the MVP. I don't believe anymore. That belief was ill-placed. Lonzo Ball, he tried his best, but did end up losing in Game 7 versus Shaq. But now we got the Kings versus the Mavericks. LaMelo, can you beat Sacramento? Don't let let them go to the finals. They're never good. Oh, you're playing Boston? Oh yeah, LaMelo, ring time, baby. The Celtics got old man Larry Bird, old man Eddie Jones, Derek Harper, Alonzo. Nah, you're trash. You know who the Mavericks have? I'm pretty sure Bobo. Not Bobo, Manute Bol, obviously. What an idiot. Why did I call him Bobo? I don't know. Either way, Manute Bol, he's better than Alonzo Mourning. He's better than Larry Bird. And LaMelo Ball is better than your whole franchise. Actually, that's a lie, and I'm a Celtics fan. I kind of feel evil for saying LaMelo Ball is better than all of the Celtics, but it's fine. Let's keep this game close, boys. Listen, I want LaMelo to win. Don't get me wrong. But we haven't been able to jump into anything. 2.5 minutes remaining. 1-point game. We are jumping in. LaMelo Ball, are you going to win an NBA championship, or is Larry Bird's 38-year-old self going to win another title? LaMelo Ball, he is in the game. Larry Bird is also here. Manute Bol's tall self is down low. Horace Grant, top of the key. I don't know why you're running a play through Manute Bol, this auto-generated guy. LaMelo Ball setting screens. This play is awful. You guys are going to run out of time on the clock. Give it to LaMelo. LaMelo in the corner. He's probably going to run out of time and pull a really dumb shot. Never mind. Mid-range. Goes down low to McKnight. McKnight, bad little floater, but it's green. Mavericks take a lead. I don't know who this McKnight is, but he's looking to be a legend. Is that Steve Kerr? Oh, it's my boy John Sundvold. He was in the Seattle Supersonics rebuild. He's here. He looks a lot like Steve Kerr. Alonzo Mourning, top of the key, working down that post. Oh, out to Larry Legend. Larry, top of the key as well. Well, it's like the corner of the key. Step back. Larry Legend getting ready to put on an iconic move layup, and he's fouled. Larry Bird makes his first free throw, and now it is 102, all tied up. It's Larry Bird, though. He does not miss from the free throw line. We got an injured man who can shoot threes dribbling up the ball. If you don't give it to LaMelo Ball, I swear, don't take this layup. Okay, take the layup. Take the layup. It's a good basket. Never mind. Thank God I am not coach, because I would get fired. 1-point game, a minute left to go. The Celtics eyeing, what is this, like their 14th championship? Manute Bol. Great never mind. Awful defense. LaMelo, you are big. You are a tall, lengthy man. Please just abuse the mismatch. Oh, God, he's going for a layup. Crazy layup. He got fouled, though. That layup was some awful shot selection, but he did get fouled. He's going the line. He's at the line. He's shooting a basketball, and he makes it, tying the game up at 105-105. Game 7 of the NBA Finals is kind of the most important place ever to be a good free throw shooter, and LaMelo Ball proves it with his second straight make. Alonzo Mourning inbounding the ball, 45 seconds. Listen, when you got a player like Larry Bird on your team, you should be fine here. They're going to run the play through Purvis short, down to Alonzo Mourning. Big dunk all over Horace Grant's face. Boston takes the lead in Game 7 with 39 seconds left to go. LaMelo Ball bringing up the ball, bringing the court up the ball. What is say? I'm not even saying words. I just did that backwards. Out to LaMelo Ball. Sundvold guarding, taking a layup. Stops dribbling. He's down low in the post, posting up. You are tall. Take the layup. You're going to get NBA 3 seconds. He misses the floater, LaMelo. They fouled Alonzo Mourning as soon as he got the rebound, and he makes both free throws. It's a 3-point game. The Dallas Mavericks, you know what? I would say you have no hope, but you have LaMelo Ball. He can shoot threes. It may not be his era, but he can still shoot threes. Let's go, LaMelo Ball. Draw up a play. Just a nice little screen by Manute Bol. On the right side, I wouldn't choose that. LaMelo Ball, leader, 3. He misses, and he chokes. Nah, LaMelo, nah, you're the worst. 33 points, 15 assists, but shot 12 for 29 and had 6 turnovers. Nah, LaMelo, not Lonzo. You know what? If Lonzo was here, Lonzo would have won. The Boston Celtics are your NBA champions once again. No thanks to LaMelo Ball. Lonzo Ball wins another MVP. I'm shocked he's still with the Bullets. It's cool to see that the players are loyal to the teams they get drafted to 90% of the time, but I don't know, maybe I want him to switch it up. Either way, MVP, 29 points, 9 assists, 2 steals. LiAngelo Ball made the All-NBA third team, averaging 22 points and 8 rebounds, and I'm just now noticing that it says he's from Lithuania? I know homie's not from there in real life. He's from Chino Hills. Don't worry, LaVar Ball, he's still kicking around. He's not doing great, though. He's averaging like 14 and 5 a season. His best player on his team is now Penny Hardaway, which is actually pretty darn good. Oh, wow. In the first round, we have 2 ball versus ball matchups. LaVar versus LaMelo, LiAngelo versus Lonzo. Who's going to come out on top? At this point, everyone besides LaVar Ball has won an NBA championship. LiAngelo, he's not winning another this season, and neither is LaMelo, as LaVar Ball beats up his own son. All right, I don't think he actually beat him up. He just beat him in a round of basketball, and the Bullets get eliminated. No! The Washington Bullets lose in 6 to the Orlando Magic, but LaVar Ball, somehow, he's in the playoffs, he's in the conference finals, and he might even go to the NBA finals. At this point, I wouldn't be shocked, but then again, the Rockets are kind of cooking him. The Rockets still have Charles Barkley. Charles hasn't left this team, and Ransom. Okay, I take it back. I think the Rockets are just going to go ahead, win the championship. I'm okay with that. If you beat the Magic, okay, they don't beat the Magic. Jonathan Kemp. I know his name isn't Jonathan, but I thought it sounded funny. Either way, Finals MVP. Shaq wins MVP, averaging 31, 12, and 3. Lonzo Ball, All-NBA first team once again, went crazy. Hooped out of his mind, just not an MVP. LaMelo Ball made the All-NBA third team. Good for him. He's usually much more OP in the modern era, so I'm kind of shocked to see him not doing great during this. Speaking of him not doing great, the Mavericks didn't even make the playoffs, man. How sad. Both Philadelphia and the Timberwolves get eliminated in the first round, which LaVar Ball, he was a second seed. His team was finally good, and it still wasn't enough to get him out of the first round. So that's a little sad, but at least we still have Washington. Lonzo Ball, Sean Elliott, Charles Oakley, they're in the conference finals, taking on Old Man James Worthy and John Stockton. Technically, at this point, John Stockton and Lonzo Ball are at the same age, though, because they were in the same draft class. It doesn't matter because the Wizards are really good, and they're going to go ahead and move on to the NBA Finals once again. Lonzo is back on the grandest stage of them all, the NBA Finals. This season, he's taking on Ron Harper and Antonio McDyess, the Denver Nuggets. I'm sorry, you don't have enough mac sauce. You don't got enough honey mustard. You cannot beat the Bullets. If you took a Whopper, a 20-piece, a Big Mac, and a fish fillet to a shooting range, Bullets are going through them every single time, just like they did in the finals. Lonzo Ball, Finals MVP, 21 points, 8 assists. For Jason Kidd's sake, I hope that prohibition is a thing in this universe as well, because he averaged 30 and 11 and won MVP. If this man can stay sober, he might become the greatest point guard of all time. I'm not gonna lie. Was his drinking problems during his time in the league, or is that when he became a... It doesn't matter. You guys get what I'm saying. Tim Duncan, Rookie of the Year. Billy Owens is your sixth man, and Hakeem, my guy, you are 35 years old. You can relax. 4 blocks a game is crazy. Lonzo, he's on the first team. They're finally the Washington Wizards now. I can call them the Wizards and not the Bullets. Abracadabra, we're simulating the first round. I don't even care. Abracadabra again, we're simulating the second round. All right, I must have botched the spell and screwed up because the Wizards lost. The Pacers are your champions. Shaquille O'Neal wins a title. Shaq wins another MVP. He's pretty dominant. A lot of guys consider him the most dominant player in all of basketball history, so I'm glad that in 2K he's finally doing that. I've mentioned it in a lot of videos because we do see Shaq a lot in these simulations. Usually he's pretty mid. This year they got him right and he dominates. Vince Carter, Rookie of the Year for the Mavericks. Tracy McGrady, his cousin, wins 6th Man of the Year. Shaq, your Defensive Player of the Year. And Ray Allen, Most Improved Player for the Spurs. You love to see it. The Wizards are your first seed. Dallas is your second seed. No LaVar Ball, no LiAngelo Ball anywhere to be found. I'm just going to simulate the playoffs because why not? Yeah, that was a really bad decision. Washington got beat. Dallas lost in the first round. The Ball brother era is over. The Blazers are taking over. Vin Baker, of all people, wins Finals MVP. Let me know in the comments down below which Trailblazers final MVP is a little bit weirder. Michael Thompson winning Finals MVP for the Trailblazers or Vin Baker winning Finals MVP for the Trailblazers. I think both are equally weird. LaVar Ball is now 40. He should be retiring at any time now, but the dude said, nah, I'm playing till I'm 74. So LaVar Ball has left the Timberwolves to go join his son LaMelo over in Dallas, and LiAngelo Ball signed with the Lakers, but because LiAngelo Ball's 38 and this might be his last season, I'm gonna go ahead and trade him. We are gonna go ahead and make this a little bit of a teammate career simulation. Mavs versus Wizards. I'm gonna put LiAngelo Ball on the Wizards real quick. The Mavericks still stay the same with LaMelo, with LaVar. Dan Marley and a second round pick for LiAngelo Ball. That's a fair trade. Gonna go ahead, do it. The Wizards, they now got both LiAngelo and Lonzo. Like I said, all of them are getting very old. Their careers are all practically over. So I'll see you guys at the end of what could be LaVar Ball's final season. Hello, Shaquille. Hello, Ginobili. Hello, Tracy. What's up, Kevin? We don't care. Kobe being on the Boston Celtics isn't strange at all. Anybody else? Nope, no Ball brothers. Oh, this is really awkward. The Dallas Mavericks didn't even make the playoffs. If LaMelo Ball and LaVar Ball don't retire by the end of the season, I'm putting them all on Washington. I don't care. Anyways, Washington is facing the Miami Heat in the first round. They got Gary Payton, they got Ransom, they got Antoine, they got Big Z. But you know what this team has? They have the power of brotherly love. Not Philadelphia, but you know, they got 2 Ball brothers. They're gonna go ahead and sweep. Too good. What about next round? Goodbye, Cleveland. Eastern Conference Finals, they're taking on Shaq and Antoine Walker. Listen, Shaq, you've done a lot of great things in the league. How about you? Okay, he's not gonna stop anytime soon. Trailblazers win in 5. Joe Smith, Another weird finals MVP for the Trailblazers. LaVar Ball and LiAngelo Ball both retire at the end of the season. LaVar averaged about 15 points, 6 assists, 2 rebounds, and a steal throughout his career. He was definitely the worst player out of the 4, but that is very similar to real life. Only a 3-time All-Star. Other than that, no other awards to show. LiAngelo Ball, on the other hand, might be the best player in the simulation. 4 championships, 9 All-Stars, 2 second-team All-NBAs, 1-time third-team All-NBA. Now, he didn't have any regular season MVPs, but those championships, some of those runs were crazy. He stayed his whole career with Philadelphia before I forced him to go to the Wizards. Over the course of his career, he averaged 20 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, and a steal. LiAngelo Ball, you did great. You had a great career, and now we are just going to simulate and see how long it takes for your other 2 brothers to retire. On top of all of those stats, all of those titles, LiAngelo Ball also ended up making the Hall of Fame. His dad didn't, unfortunately, but LiAngelo did, so that's the first one out of the 3 brothers. Kevin, playing for the Warriors, won MVP. Look at that. It's not Durant, but it's KG. Wow, bars, crazy. Haydu Turkoglu, Sean Marion, Kevin Garnett, awesome. Most improved player goes to Jason the Jet Terry, who just won an NBA championship with the Boston Celtics in my Celtics rebuild. Go watch that if you haven't already. The Wizards are the 7th seed. Dallas is nowhere to be found. Lonzo, your career's practically over. You don't win. The Sixers, they're your NBA champions. Shout out to Sharif. Neither LaMelo or Lonzo retire, though, so we got a whole nother season of 2 balls. Kevin wins another MVP. Gilbert Arenas is here to terrorize the league. Guess what? We're not going to watch him terrorize the league because we're leaving soon. Once again, LaMelo Ball letting everyone down in this video. He's nowhere to be found. Oh, great. He tore his ACL. His career's over. If I tore my ACL at the age of 36 and I was a professional athlete, yeah, I'd probably leave too. Also, what the hell? The Wizards are somehow back in the finals? Unlike LaMelo, though, hopefully Lonzo will come up clutch and win this Game 7 for his team. If you don't remember, LaMelo Ball choked that layup against the Larry Bird Celtics. And Lonzo Ball is not going to only just choke a layup, but he's going to choke his whole career away. He loses to the Kings. Never mind, the Kings have Sean Kemp. That is why they lost. Sean Kemp, good for you. Baron Davis wins Finals MVP. Slightly unfortunate that, you know, he has a career-ending injury. He had an okay career to begin with, averaging about 19 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists, and a steal. He was a 4-time All-Star, 1-time champion, and 3-time third-team All-NBA. Kind of shocking that he probably had the worst career besides LaVar Ball, because he's really, really good usually, but no, in this era, he's not the same guy. Lonzo Ball is 40 years old. He's staying in the league. He's still on the Wizards, and Robert Horry is now his best teammate besides Sean Elliott, so don't expect them to go back to the finals. He may be on the Warriors, but I believe that I'm sick of seeing Kevin Garnett on my screen, and that's saying a lot because he's my favorite player of all time. Shaq, Defensive Player of the Year, awesome, swell. Lonzo didn't even make the playoffs. Dallas is here, but they don't even have LaMelo Ball. They're eliminated. Goodbye. Shout out to the Lakers. Sean Marion is your Finals MVP. Awesome. Right here, it says Lonzo is about to retire, so we're going to go over his stats real quick and end the video. Between him and LiAngelo, it's pretty close on saying who the best Ball brother is in this video. Lonzo, though, he averaged 24 points, 6 rebounds, 8 assists, and 2 steals throughout his career. He was a 4-time regular season MVP, a 2-time NBA champion, 15-time All-Star, 10-time first-team All-NBA, 3-time second-team All-NBA, and 13-time first-team All-Defense. LiAngelo had more titles, but Lonzo Ball had more single success. Let me know down in the comments below who you think was the better Ball brother. That's going to do it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, because I didn't mention that at all in this entire video. And that's going to do it for me. Peace out.